It was like a very much zero pressure, but still very compelling.
We're joined by the incredible Troy Treleaven, who is a corporate trainer, decades with the Dale Carnegie organization in Canada, in the Ontario and the Maritimes environment.
This has to be customized to your life. There's not one size fits all. The Ascendant customer portal is like amazing. It's like a candy store of ideas and inspiration. How do we make sure that we building this warehouse of wealth that we can all share and help each other out? There's a bigger thing leading this, right? So bigger than us. That was like,
So walk us through, like, what was the experience like from your vantage point, having so many years, decades in business, dealing with
yeah.
business owners exclusively and leadership style. I'm just curious, what did you recognize and notice about the process that you kind of went through to eventually get on the other side where
Sure.
now you're embracing this concept and you're actually able to start participating in it?
Yeah. Well, the first step, as I remember, professionally booked an appointment with me, right? And so my wife and I, we got on the call with Liz, and she said, "So how did you discover it?" And what got listened carefully to what we were saying, and and I was at that point going, "Okay, so like, do you got like a form for me to sign or something?" And she
Yeah.
goes, "Well,
I'm ready to
first thing."
go.
Yeah, I know I'm ready to go. And she goes, "Well," she says, "Have you?" Have you read the book? I said, "Oh yeah, I read the book." And I said, "I watched a ton of videos too." She goes, "Well, something about like, no, this was before even she got us to like figure out our finances and stuff. It was the meeting before. Oh, she said, have you watched Nelson Nash's um,
Documentary film.
documentary?" And I said, "No." I said, "But sounds good." And so that Friday night, my wife and I, we turned on YouTube, we're watching it. And one of my daughters comes home and her and her boyfriend go, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're watching this video on Nelson Nash on a Friday night. We're loving it." And right, it was like, "You guys are nerds." And I go, "No, we really like it." And and my wife was going, "This guy's like got great integrity and all this kind of stuff." And so it was like really good for me because I need her on side
Yeah.
for ideas like this. And so yeah, so she was really all in. And then I think the next time we told Liz that, and we said, "Can you send us a few more videos? We want to like fill up our Friday and Saturday nights with some boring, right?" But so she kept loading us up with videos. But then I think it was a meeting or two later, she got us to look at our situation, our financial situation, where we had debt and where money was going and all that kind of stuff. And then carefully analyzed it with us. And then later on, like it was not like I kept waiting to say like, "Okay, can we like sign? Like where, how do I put my money down?" But it was like a very much zero pressure and but still very compelling. Like it was like I felt like I wasn't definitely not being rushed. It was very methodical in that we want this to work right for you. This has to be
Mm.
customized to your life. There's not one size fits all, which I thought there might be. Like isn't there just a, and so she made it very clear to us. And then I got starting with two policies. So the first one, I have a corporation that I
Yep.
own my shares in my Dale Carnegie Corporation. That's another.
Mhm.
And so we did one on that, and then we did one in our personal self, and so that was good. And yeah, so that's kind of how we moved into it. So that was
Got it.
How would you like to see a 91-year case study that we put together to explain how this infinite banking thing can work for a family over 2 generations? Well, you know what? Real easy to do that. We have that right in our second book, Cash Follows the Leader. You can get a copy for free delivered right to your inbox. Head on over to cashfollows.com. That's cashfollows.com and pick up a copy right now.
And then once you went through the application process and the approvals and all that sort of stuff, got your first kind of premium paid, then you had an opportunity to now kind of step into, we'll call it the next phase of your journey, which is where the real learning begins. And so what were some of the things that you recognize you started to get access to or were able to tap into once you kind of got into that zone where now you actually have a policy and you're ready to
yeah.
hit the ground running?
Oh yeah, oh, I was psyched. So I went to the portal, and the portal the Ascendant customer portal is like amazing, and it's got like it's like a candy store of ideas and inspiration. And it's funny, one of your videos on how to track your policy, I don't know what you call it, but
Yeah. Doing the
so
amortization and everything, setting up, that.
it was the one. Actually, yeah, okay. So I think a few days in, I did apply for a loan, right? So right, and
Yeah.
I got it, obviously. And so I used it and I moved it into some things I needed to move it into. But then it was the one about where you uh, so you look at your like on the Equitable site where the values are, and you
Yeah.
plug in the values, and so daily you see where your uh,
Yeah. How your
policy is
cash
stand
is
cash
growing and
value.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the loan availability and everything. And so I still like do that religiously. I bet I'm gonna stop it soon, but I every day it's like the way I start my day is I go and I update myself just because it's so cool to watch. Uh, like I say, it's every day. It's growing every day, and again, seeing that, and it's just a great practice. And so the whole portal has been great because I'm looking forward to doing some, creative things around ways to use the policies and
Mhm.
ways and investments I can make, and want to do different types like hard money lending, do some more real estate, even you know. t- some dividend paying stocks. Jason did a
Mm.
great video around that. And so things like that, like I really like seeing. Um, and then it was like became more clear. I think it was reading, it was, it was one of your books, I think Canadian's Guide to Wealth Building Without Risk. I really started opening actually, it was before I read it, but this made it come clear to me.
Mm.
My wife and I really got the idea of family banking. And so
Right.
that was like how could we now get our kids? We have 4 kids, and so how do we now set them up? And they're all young adults, like they're all,
Right.
and so um, like 18 to 23, and so how do we help them? And so now it's like even more purposeful, if that makes sense. Like it's like
Mm.
now it's about how do we make sure that we building this warehouse of wealth that we can all share and help each other out. And yeah, I got some years left, of course not, but in terms of them, they got so much. And I just want them to have that peace of mind that I never had through those all those years. They're going to have it. They don't even know they need it yet, but they're going to definitely benefit from what we're setting up and what they're going to continue to grow and all that. So that family banking part of it was not the initial draw, but I think
Mm.
now it's the goal, it's the purpose, it's the spiritual part of it in a way. Like it's like
Right.
there's a bigger thing leading this, right? So bigger than
It's
us.
got
That's
you
cool.
more connected to the activity of the doing
I
because
think
of the
that's it.
value of what the doing creates for everyone around you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
well said. Yeah, yeah.
Your journey to becoming your own banker starts with 7 simple steps. Go to 7steps.ca. That's 7steps.ca. Follow a path that we've laid out. It's super easy, it's educational, and it's designed for North Americans. Go to 7steps.ca.